is set to tender evidence via audio link and in camera. The first of these witnesses to testify was Major General Flynn. His statement was filed on the 4th of May 2026, and he gave evidence at the Commission on the 5th and 6th May 2026. The second witness was retired Lieutenant Colonel Prinsloo. To date, the date of his redacted, so I do not know when his statement was filed with the Commission. So which means the date he disposed this statement, I'm not aware of it. In any event, he testified on the 7th, 11th, and 18th May 2026. The Commission only furnished me with their statements late afternoon on Friday, 29 May 2026, a mere 2 days before my own statement had to be filed with the Commission on the 1st June 2026. What is more, I was also called upon by the summonses of the 29 April 2026 to testify on the 8th of May 2026, and then postponed to 1 June, although I was advised that my testimony may stand down to the 5th of June 2026. As an aside, I have several concerns regarding my evidence tendered by Colonel Prinsloo. These include his failure to disclose to the Commission that he informed the District Commissioner in that district about the storage of the drugs, and that he requested visible policing patrols in the area. He alleges that I instructed that no one be informed about the storage, but he never requested additional assistance from my office.
Sorry, Gen.Senona, just to be clear, you're still referring to the suspected cocaine, not another storage?
100%, Commissioner. Apologies for my oversight. I think it will happen oftenly, but I apologize upfront if it is allowed, Commissioner. Thank you. Where was I? I instructed that no one be informed about the storage, but he never requested any additional assistance from my office. Reference is made to paragraph 7 of his statement, of his affidavit, disposed to shortly after the incident. I'm not sure if that statement is here, Commissioners. I want to check so that I can read the paragraph, but it is not here, but we submitted it previously in January.
If I may be of assistance, that is what we're trying to establish. There are actually two statements by Colonel Prinsloo. There is one, you said immediately after the incident. There is one of the 23rd of November 2021 and another of, I think, the 25th of November 2021. And I mentioned this perhaps just to ask your attorneys or your representatives to guide us specifically which statement they're referring to, and we'll be able to locate it, and then you can have regard thereto.
Is a statement that he made immediately after the incident, where we were requested by Lieutenant General Musikidi to provide affidavit of the incidents.
Hence, I say there are 2 days apart. The one is the 23rd of November, the other one is the 25th of November.
If it's presented before me, because it's a long time ago, I'll be able to say this is the one. I think in January, we did talk to the statement. It was handed in before the Commission. I'm referring to that one that we were dealing with in January.
I think Advocate Talk might be able to assist. In the meantime, if it doesn't disturb your flow, you may continue while we try and locate the actual statement you are referring to.
Thank you very much, Commissioners. Lieutenant Colonel Prinsloo also failed to disclose the visit to me by Brigadier Naika, who is from head office, and the 2 warrant officers at Port Shepstone offices. Commissioners, my office never received any report or feedback concerning such visit or inspections. Reference is made to paragraph 10 of Lieutenant Colonel Prinslow's statement that he deposited immediately after the incident. I'm saying this, Commissioners, because when head office visit any of the provincial offices, the protocol will be that you report at the provincial office your presence, and then in that I'm visiting this office. If it is investigation of a sensitive nature, you just report your presence and you go do your investigation. And I have never received any report from National Office or any document in respect of such a visit, as well as the outcome of the inspections that was conducted there. He indicated that he could not...
General?
Yes, Commissioner.
Is the point, I'm trying to understand the point you're making here at 12.2. Is it that you dispute that there was such a visit that he speaks to in paragraph 10, as you say, in paragraph 10 of that affidavit? Or you accept there was such a visit, but the only issue you're taking is it was never disclosed to you? I'm trying to understand that I don't lose the significance of why you're saying
Yes,
this.
Commissioner. You are 100% correct. I'm not disputing the visit.
Yes.
However, I'm indicating to the commissioners, although I didn't put it here, that the visit initially was never brought to my attention. And thereafter, even a report of such an inspection was never brought or sent to my office.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. He indicated that he could not smell anything suspicious, despite another member allegedly observing a burning smell. Although he testified about the security concerns and challenges at the offices, he failed to escalate these concerns directly to my attention after his alleged unsuccessful attempts with supply chain management. At no stage were the security concerns at Port Shepstone brought to my I think I also testified to that effect in 27 until the 29th. I did highlight these, Commissioners. He also failed to complete the relevant document to the handing over and control of the safe keys, despite him being aware of the applicable procedures. These procedures were not within my knowledge, and I've never dealt with the same before, even in relation to the safe in my office. Commissioners, here I'm saying I am not an expert in the supply chain management issues. There was a document that was presented before this commission by Lieutenant Colonel Prinsloo, the handing over of the safe keys and so forth. It was the first time I saw it. I won't know everything in the South African Police Services. When the keys were handed over, I would have expected him to say, let me complete this relevant document in order for you to sign. And
Are you, sorry to interrupt you, General. Are you talking about the instance where the keys were handed over to you after the suspected container had been placed inside this strong room, or whatever it's called?
Correct, Commissioner.
All right, thank you.
Unless, because he never testified that I tried to complete that and hand, so that they must sign for the keys or so. It never happened, and he never testified in that instances. Although I'm saying before this commission, that document, I saw it for the first time before the commission. I won't know everything in the police. Commissioners, he failed to properly inspect the office premises during the afternoon of the Sunday on the 7th of November 2021 and the morning of Monday, 8th November 2021, despite observing that lights were on at the ground floor, which he considered abnormal. No occurrence book entries were made in this regard. All I'm trying to highlight here, Commissioners, I testified previously that they were instructed to do the after-hour visit. And I consider this visit of Sunday as one of the after-hour visit. as per my instruction after the storage. But if you do that, you must go and patrol the entire office and check if everything is still intact. What is significant, he knew what was stored there, but he never went down. In his testimony, he said he only went into his office and did what he did, and from there he left, of which it leaves a vacuum in my mind why he never did that. He further failed to disclose the visit by Brigadier Nyusa to the Port Shepstone offices on Tuesday, the 2nd of November 2021, shortly before the theft occurred. I can confirm, Commissioners, that Brigadier Nyusa also testified here, and he confirmed that he did visit the office on the 2nd of November 2021. But from where I'm sitting, I've never visited that office ever since those drugs were stored at Port Shepstone. In any event, I appeared before the Commission on the 1st June 2026, and my evidence was stood down to 5 June 2026. In the meantime, while I was preparing this statement and consulting on the 29 April summonses, the 24 May Regulation 10-6 notice, and the statements of Messrs. I will say General Flynn and Lieutenant Colonel Prinsloo, relates to the Commission let the evidence of Warrant Officer be led via audio link while shielding his identity from the public. At this point, my attorneys wrote to the Commission requesting that my evidence be stood down and my statement filed at a later date after all the evidence implicating me was laid. In this way, I could provide a complete answer to the Commission, which necessarily include answering any allegations made against me in the seizure of the drugs and their storage. The letter is attached as LS3. The Commission responded via emails contending that I was only required to respond to the issues in the subpoena and the Regulation 10-6. The Commission's Ms. Geraldine Berger stated that is what constitutes his testimony to the Commission, and that if all that is required of, and that is all that is required of him now. She goes on to state that I will be served with a Regulation 3-5 notice and afforded an opportunity to deal with my implication, but records that my statement is not impacted by someone else's version of the truth. The email is attached as LS4. Her opinion was in the end proven wrong when Warrant Officer Sanders took the stand again on 2 June 2026. Insofar as Warrant Officer Sanders is concerned, he was questioned by Commissioner Khumalo on his temporary placement letter that was signed by me. Commissioner Khumalo noted that I am coming to give evidence on the 5th of June 2026, and Commissioner Khumalo stated that the allegation you made is very serious and it goes to the heart of the terms of reference of the Commission. Because you implied yesterday that your superior were moving you out of the way because you were stepping on the toes of the drug traffickers. Now I want to try and understand that allegation. Is that an allegation you are making against Gen.Senona? And is it something we must put to him when he comes to give evidence on Friday? Warrant Officer Sanders responded, Commissioner, I think it will eventually come out that the suspects who stole the drugs are known. When asked by Commissioner Khumalo, known by who, he said, I was informed by Colonel Jacob personally who they are, but the links to the management. Commissioner Khumalo then interjected and said, the links to the management of DPCI, and Warrant Officer Sanders agreed. He went on to say that the only inference he can draw is that he suffered repercussions. It was then put to Sanders by Commissioner Khumalo that Warrant Officer Sanders believed that he was placed in another department because his superiors were moving him out of the way because he was stepping on the toes of the drug traffickers. Commissioner Kumalo then said, I just want to be clear. You are saying Gen.Senona among others, to which Warrant Officer Sanders responded, no, sir. I said Gen.Senona was the one who moved me. I'm going to continue. I want to explain something after this. The distinct impression he had already been created that first I transferred Sanders and second that I did so for nefarious reasons. This is just not true. I have attached a letter SLS5, an email that I received from Lieutenant General Levia, the then national head of the Directorate for Priority Crime Investigation, and/or Major General Suraj Bali, who is the DPCI head of Executive Support Services, dated 5 February 2024, directing my office to engage with the complaint and provide the national head with feedback by 23 February 2024. The complainant's email was addressed to the national head and others, not to myself. I only became aware of the complaint when I received the instruction from the DPCI national head. I later received a further instruction from General Suraj Bali to temporarily place the member at another post pending investigation, which instruction I carried out. I do not remember the exact date of this email. I have no recollection of subjecting the member to a polygraphy test relating to the theft of a coffee machine. I should not have to answer this allegation in this statement. I do so out of caution and attach the mails from Lieutenant General Levia because of the very real prospects that these questions may be directed at me, even though I have not received the requisite notices and additional documents from the Commission. Commissioners, I want to add that on these paragraphs, the placement of Warrant Officer Sanders, the complaint, it was very serious. I think the commission has also this document, which they provided to us later, I think in the early hours of yesterday. They have this complaint whereby there was a serious allegations of Warrant Officer Sanders and other members involved in the theft of cocaine at the harbor and selling it to a specific gang. I'm just worried to say names of other people that never came here, because the last time I was caused to say certain names, and I'm on litigation for your information, Commissioner, as we speak. Now, based on the allegations, they were of a serious nature that warranted that in that process, if my memory serves me well, Colonel Jacobs was the acting provincial commander. Brigadier Nusa was not there. The process that I followed, I called Colonel Jacobs to come with Warrant Officer Sanders. I wrote a letter. I signed it. It was flagged here. I saw this is my signature, but it was redacted. I placed him at supply chain management until the investigation is finalized. It's a process that we do in the police. Like myself now, my supervisor is an example I'm making. My supervisor has suspended me. He was placed as elsewhere. Mine is worse because evidence was given under oath before this commission and I was suspended. So it is a process. When there are allegations against you that relate to what you are doing, you will be either placed elsewhere or suspended. He was never suspended and he never lost any income. He got his full salary, his danger allowances, and the scarce skills allowance. So the issue of the coffee machine, commissioners, in that office where he was placed, I don't remember him because I was watching the commission on that day. I don't remember him, I might be wrong, informing the commission that Actually, in that office, there were 4 thefts. It is in the provincial office. Nobody will just come in there. A member of the public, even your good self, you will never come in. You will be escorted into the building if you are not working there. There was a theft of a camera of the state. There was a theft of a state laptop, which possesses sensitive information in that office. There was also a theft of a laminating machine. His coffee machine was the last one. The person who initiated and applied for these members that are employed in that supply chain management where this Sanda was placed was initiated by Brigadier Nyoswa. I was out of office by then. The only thing I did is to sign the call-up instruction and say, all these members must go for polygraph test because there was no break-in, but things are disappearing. And I believe that was done bona fide, not to punish any person, commissioners. So those are the issues that I wanted to address, although they are not in the regulation 10.6 or on the subpoena, just to give the commissioners a clear picture as what happened. He comes here and cry and say, I subjected him to the, what you call, a polygraph test for the theft of his coffee machine. That is not correct. Maybe for lack of a better word, it is insane of me to shall have done that, commissioners. If you are a victim, then I put you on the polygraph test. That is wrong. He misled the commission. I want to pause there and continue with my statement.
Sorry, General. I'm not sure I follow that. What exactly is not correct?
It is not correct that he was subjected to polygraph examination because of the theft of his own coffee machine that was stolen in that office. It was not only him. The person who initiated everything and made arrangement is Brigadier Nyoswa. I only signed the call-up instruction. And I believe the commission is in possession of those documents. I don't have my tools of trades since they were taken when I was taken at gunpoint out of my office. My laptop, my gun, my laptop is gone, and then documents that I was supposed to prepare for my disciplinary, I was taken out of my office like somebody, I don't know, for lack of a better word, like a dog. And that thing is still a pain here. And it cost me to lie in hospital for 2 weeks. Now, I'm telling the commission here to show certain implication. I'm not requesting for any mercy, but I want to assist this commission. Now, Commissioner Kumalo, I hope I answered you, Commissioner.
Yes,
Chair,
yes.
Chair.
Yes, you have.
Pardon me, I'm addressing all of you as commissioners, but if I have to say chair, I will try and say
No,
rectify.
I am a commissioner.
Okay.
Thank you, please continue.
All right.